I think finally the American people can hear and believe that policing is different in our communities. This is now, I think the veil has been lifted off of that, and people are not questioning in the same way.
In the wake of the death of George Floyd and the mass protests that have followed, polls now show strong support for reforming policing in this country. But translating that sentiment into action on Capitol Hill is proving elusive. This week, Senate Democrats largely banded together to block consideration of a bill proposed by South Carolina Republican Senator Tim Scott. Scott's plan would have used federal grant money as leverage, denying funds to local police departments that refuse to ban chokeholds and to mandate body cameras. It also would have set up a national database to track the use of force by police. Democrats say they don't think Scott's plan went far enough. A bill passed by Democrats in the House this week bans chokeholds and no-knock warrants and makes it easier for people to sue police departments. Qualified immunity was not part of Scott's bill, raising the possibility that there will be no legislative action on police reform in the near future. For more, we welcome my angel Cody, the founder and chief lead counselor for the Decarceration Collective, a group focused on harsh sentences for drug violations, particularly prisoners serving life sentences for drug charges. My angel, thank you for joining us. Let's talk about this topic, this term qualified immunity, which I think the average American, myself very much included, had not heard anything about, and suddenly the term is everywhere. I want to put the definition up there and have you talk about this. This is from the Supreme Court. This has been litigated. The Supreme Court says that government officials performing discretionary functions generally are shielded from liability for civil damages insofar as their conduct does not violate clearly established statutory or constitutional rights of which a reasonable person would have known. That is qualified immunity. It is said that that offers too much protection, critics say, to police officers. You are one of those critics. Translate that and tell us why you think that offers too much protection to police officers, what I just read.
Absolutely. So here's the problem with qualified immunity. It means that a police officer can kill, maim, or impair a person and not be personally liable in their personal pockets financially for that harm that they commit. The reason why that matters is that most Americans have never heard of qualified immunity, but most Americans have paid out of their personal taxpayer dollars when a local police officer commits brutality. That's why qualified immunity is so important for us to think about and to talk about. For example, if I get in my car and I drive, I don't mow down 10 pedestrians because I have to pay insurance premiums and I have to pay a deductible. As a lawyer, I have to pay malpractice insurance. Doctors have to pay malpractice insurance. There are things in place for professionals to make sure that we do not engage in harmful conduct. And if we do, that we are personally liable. That's not the case with qualified immunity. It immunizes police officers from their bad conduct. Here's how that translates into dollars, right? So where my office is located in Chicago, over the last 8 years, Chicago has paid over $500 million in settling police misconduct, brutality, and murder lawsuits. Those settlements are paid by Chicago taxpayers. That money isn't just printed from somewhere. And I think in a pandemic economy, more taxpayers are going to wonder, is this really something we want to continue to invest our money into? Should we continue to hold the bag completely? That's what qualified immunity does. So I think many of us may agree or disagree about whether there's a moral crisis of policing in this country. Some may agree or disagree about the phrase defunding the police. But I do think that most Americans can agree that we cannot continue to have taxpayers subsidize police misconduct in this country. And that's exactly what's happening. And any legislation that does not address qualified immunity and does not lift that veil and de-immunize police is not what we want to see.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.